Okay, so if you're in the International Baccalaureate program, you already know the pressure is, well, it's real. It's an amazing program, but wow, it can be intense. So we're going to get right into it. How to get a handle on that stress with some simple, concrete strategies you can start using like today.
So let's just start with a really direct question. Does it ever feel like the stress is in the driver's seat? Like you're just bouncing from one deadline to the next, just reacting instead of actually being in control? If that sounds even a little bit familiar, trust me, you are so not alone.
And this is exactly why this whole conversation matters so much. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? When stress gets out of control, it's not just about feeling bad. It's a straight up attack on the two things you need most for the IB: your focus and your motivation. Look, the goal isn't to get rid of all stress. That's just not possible. The goal is to manage it so it doesn't end up managing you. So, how do we actually do that? Well, our first couple of strategies are all about playing offense. Think of this as your proactives playbook. It's designed to stop stress before it even gets a chance to build up.
And we're going to break this down into two really simple, but honestly super powerful steps. First, it's about starting your week with a clear head. And second, it's about the absolute necessity of creating protected downtime for yourself.
Okay, let's start with clarity. Now, this is going to sound way too simple, but just stick with me here because its effect is huge. Before the week gets crazy, just take 5 minutes. Seriously, that's all. And write down the three most important things you need to get done. Just three.
And this just shows you the transformation perfectly. You go from that feeling on the left, that mental clutter where your brain feels like it has 100 tabs open and you don't know where to click first, to the calm on the right, mental clarity. All of a sudden, you have a roadmap for your week. You have a real plan of attack.
All right, proactive strategy number 2. You've got to create a no study zone. And listen, this one is non-negotiable. You have to consciously schedule a chunk of time, like a whole evening, where you are physically not allowed to do any IB work, period. So why does this work so well? It all comes down to contrast. Your brain is not a machine. It's not designed to be in super high-focus academic mode 24/7. To actually recharge, it needs something completely different. So make it a ritual. And it doesn't have to be anything complicated. Watch a dumb movie, go for a walk, hang out with your family. The key is to guard that time like a hawk.
Okay, but what happens when it's kind of too late for proactive plans? When you're already feeling completely overwhelmed? That's where this next set of strategies comes in. This is your in-the-moment emergency toolkit for hitting the reset button on your anxiety.
And again, we're keeping it simple. Just two incredibly effective steps. The first is physical, using movement. The second is social, tapping into your support system. So here's the deal. When you feel that wave of anxiety start to rise, one of the fastest ways to fight back is to just move your body. It's not just a distraction, it's an actual biological reset. It literally helps clear out the stress hormones that are flooding your system.
And that main stress hormone is called cortisol. Think of it like your body's built-in fire alarm. It's great when there's an actual emergency, but when it's just stuck on all the time from chronic stress, that's when you feel wired and tired. Moving your body is like telling that alarm system, hey, false alarm, you can stand down now.
And please hear me on this. This does not mean you have to go run 5 miles or spend an hour at the gym. We're talking about little microdoses of movement. Put on your favorite song and just dance around your room for 3 minutes. Do a quick stretch. Walk around the block. The bar for entry here is basically on the floor. Now for the second half of our emergency reset. And you know what? This might just be the most important one of all. Do not suffer in silence. The second you start to feel like you're drowning or falling behind, you have to reach out. And that brings us to a really critical mindset shift. This isn't just another thing to do, it's a core principle. You are not alone in this, I promise. Asking for help isn't weakness. It's actually a sign of incredible strength. It means you're smart enough to identify a problem and go find a solution. And your support system? It's probably way bigger than you think. Your teachers, they actually want you to succeed. Talk to them. Your classmates, they are in the exact same boat. They get it more than anyone. And you've also got amazing online communities of IB students from all over the world. Just let this one sink in for a second. Think about the massive return on investment here. A single 5-minute conversation, which might feel a little awkward, can literally prevent weeks of that spiraling, awful anxiety. That is an incredibly powerful trade-off. So let's just pull it all together. This isn't about some overwhelming list of 100 different life hacks. It really just boils down to 4 key strategies to help you take back control. Let's look at them one more time. Here's how it all fits together. You've got your proactive playbook. These are the things you do week in and week out to keep stress from building. And then you've got your in-the-moment reset, your emergency tools for when that anxiety spikes anyway. It's a simple 2-part system that really works. So I'll leave you with this question. Don't try to do everything all at once. That's just more stress, right? Just pick one. What is the one thing from all this that you'll actually commit to trying this week? Is it writing down your priorities? Scheduling that night off? Maybe finally talking to a teacher? And hey, if you're looking for even more tools, the source for this explainer also mentions checking out the Study IB app for planning, or maybe joining a Discord community to connect with other students. The point is, you have options, you have strategies, and most importantly, you have way more control than you think. You've got this.